everyone! Today's recipe is a traditional soup stew called wild pozole. But this recipe is special because it was written by Chef John Perkins, who happened to team up with Alex Bregman, who is my favorite Houston Astro. He's not only an amazing third baseman, but he has a whole line of salsas. He's a co-founder of Wild Soul Salsa, and it's this salsa that we put in the dish that I'm about to show you today, and it is amazing. It's brothy, hearty, and is built on a base of hominy, tender chicken, and flavored with homemade red chili sauce. It's baseball playoff season. It's football season. It's a perfect time to cook up something big and flavorful. Start with the dry chilies. Before I forget, I'm Claudia with the colorful Claudia. Now these chilies, they're gonna add heat. They're not gonna add spice. So everyone you serve it to is gonna be able to enjoy this. Chef Perkins gives you a variety of chilies you can use in his recipe, but today I'm gonna use the guajillo chilies. And he also didn't specify how many, but we're gonna go with 6. Cut off the stem. All these little seeds, just get rid of them here because this is what makes it spicy. Now that I've discarded all the seeds, I'm going to just slice these into chunks. Now let's bring these chilies over to the stovetop. Use a medium-sized saucepan and pour in 1 quart of some chicken stock. Add in the chilies. Bring this to a boil. Let this simmer until the chilies soften. Let's prep the chicken. The recipe calls for 5 pounds of boneless, skinless chicken thighs. And I have 4 pounds here, but it really doesn't make a difference. And then cut the chicken up into like bite-sized pieces. Place all your cut up chicken pieces in some sort of a shallow bowl. Now take a look at this amazing blend of spices. We have 1 teaspoon of cumin, 2 teaspoons of smoked paprika, 1.5 teaspoons of Mexican oregano, and a teaspoon of cilantro. And we should have a tablespoon of a spice called epazote, but I'm just going with a tablespoon of fennel seed. And sprinkle it all on your chicken pieces. Give this a nice stir and coat all the chicken with this wonderful spice blend. Let the chicken sit here and soak up all these spices. So let's just check on our chilies. Oh yeah, they're nice and soft. And so now we're gonna turn this off and pull this off the stove and let these cool. Now the reason why we're doing these first is because we want cool liquid because they're going into the blender. And if you've ever put hot liquid in a blender, you'll have a kitchen explosion. The heat pressurizes in there, the lid blows off, the sides crack, hot contents can go all over your kitchen. I'm not kidding. The cabinets, the floor, the walls, it could be a mess. So yeah, we're remembering, we're gonna cool this at this point right now. Over here in a Dutch oven, a crock pot, something that's gonna give you space. Drizzle in about a tablespoon or so of avocado oil. Add 1 medium diced onion. Chef Perkins suggests adding a tablespoon of bacon fat, ghee, or even butter into the mix just to give it a flavorful, extra flavorful punch. I mean, after all, we want the base of this soup as strong as Alex Bregman's batting average. We want the onions to turn translucent, not brown. It's only going to take about maybe 4 minutes. Now add in 5 cloves of slivered garlic. I sliced them nice and thin, but the idea is for them to become fragrant. We don't want them to burn, so keep your eye on them. Now it's time to add in all the chicken pieces. Turn up your heat and pan-sear the chicken pieces. All right, it's coming along. Keep stirring it around. They're starting to turn brown. Oh, this looks great. To get brown on all sides. Now add in 1 can of tomato paste, and you know I love the Cento brand. Yeah, I like to get it just a little soft. Mix it in with all your chicken pieces. Cover everybody real well. Add in another quart of chicken stock. And let's add 2 30-ounce cans of hominy. Now we've got a party in here. Things are thickening up. And I'd say we're about ready for our salsa, the MVP of the dish, our wild soul. Pour that salsa into a blender along with these softened chilies and stock to create a powerful, flavorful base. Let's give this a whirl. Now let's pour this in. Oh wow, look at this. Put your temperature on medium high. We need to get this to a boil again. And now we're gonna let this simmer for 30 minutes. And while this is happening, it doesn't hurt. We could always cross our fingers and hope that Alex Bregman signs a contract and stays a Houston Astro. Now what makes wild pozole extra special are the toppings. First, add a little squeeze of some lime. Serve it with some beautiful pieces like this. Add sliced radishes, some avocado. Cabbage is always fun. Cilantro, white onion. And you can always add sour cream. And the chicken, it's so flavorful. It's tender. Oh, this dish is amazing. Perfect for any occasion. If you like this video, please give me a thumbs up and subscribe to the channel. Until next week, y'all. Bon appetit.